Hello and welcome back to Pirate TV's coverage of Seton Hall Athletics alongside Michael Federico. I am Jimmy Bliss, and we just saw Seton Hall women's basketball defeat St. Thomas Aquinas by a score of 107-50. So, Michael, this begs the question, what was the most impressive part of today's exhibition game? Of course, it wasn't an exhibition game, it's a scrimmage, preseason game, whatever you want to call it. It is taken with a grain of salt, but anyway, what was the most impressive thing that you saw from today?
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing was our little three-headed dragon, if you want to call it, between Park Lane, Espinosa Hunter, and Jackson. They all combined for 52 points, and they outscored the Spartan team alone. If we check the stat sheet, Lauren Park Lane had 17 points, 7 assists, 3 rebounds, and on the defensive side, she had 5 steals and 1 block. She was all over the court. She was doing everything. She was sparking the offense, sparking the defense. She was an all-around star player from today. Espinosa Hunter went on a rampage in the second and third quarter, just banking down threes left and right. I don't even think the shot clock was past 5 seconds, and she already hit a 3. She finished the game with 17 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. And to finish off the three-headed dragon of Maya Jackson with a team-leading 18 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and also had 3 steals on her own. None of those points are possible without the rebounding leader, Katie Armstrong. She had 9 boards, and she had 10 points to complement that.
Katie Armstrong is a transfer here. She's a graduate student spending her final year here with Seton Hall. I think that she's going to become a fan favorite very, very quickly with all of the rebounds that she does secure, giving second chance opportunities to Lauren Park Lane, Espinosa Hunter, as well as Maya Jackson. I think that she's going to have a huge year, but my biggest takeaway as well, Maya Jackson, just as you mentioned in the pregame, that she could have a huge year now that Desiree Elmore is no longer here with the Pirates, who was part of that big three with LPL and AEH. Now that spot was vacated, and Maya Jackson able to slot in, able to score 18 points herself. And she's not even the most gifted scorer on the team, but to score 18 points as the third option is absolutely incredible. It goes to show you that you have to mark every single player on the Seton Hall team. You can't just double Lauren Park Lane or Andrea Espinosa Hunter, because there's always going to be someone open that is ready to knock down a three-point shot, a mid-range jumper, cut in, whatever the case may be. You have to account for every single person on the court at all times. And speaking of which, Maya Jackson was actually really good from behind the arc today. One of the many Pirates that was incredible from beyond the arc. And the Pirates actually shot 44%, which is better than last year already, 34% all season long. So, Michael, do you think that this is sustainable, or do you think this is just a one-game thing where they just shot really well from 3 and it won't continue?
No, I think that their three-point percentage is way better. It's going to really help them. It's going to benefit them a lot, because they didn't really score that many points in the paint today, as they really couldn't get bodies in the paint. So shooting outside of the arc, it really benefited them. And I think having, Park Lane, Espinosa Hunter, and now Jackson as a three-point threat, it's really nice to have those 3 girls who can really score.
Absolutely. And like you mentioned, not a lot of pressure from the interior, so everyone had to go to the exterior to make their own threes. And that was really after the Pirates realized that they couldn't break down the zone too easily. So they decided to work around the zone and start throwing up threes. And they were able to make so many threes. Like I said, 44%. That's almost absurd. That's really one of the best three-point percentage I think I've ever seen in any women's college basketball game is 44%. That's just absolutely incredible. I think that they can keep this going. I like the ball movement from today. I know, Michael, you and I were talking off camera about how good the passing was. And it was something that really went unnoticed for a lot of people in the stat sheet as well. The ball movement, it was just moving like crazy. It was skip passes, bounce passes, chest passes, everywhere. It seemed like everywhere that someone was able to find an open woman on the floor, able to either knock down a 3, get a layup, any way that they can score. They did. And of course, a lot of those threes did eventually go in. Anyway, we're going to put a bow on this postgame coverage, and we're going to preview our Tuesday night game against Mount St. Mary's, the first game of the season for these women. So, Michael, what do you think about this game upcoming? Do you think that the Pirates are going to be able to use this as momentum to kind of leap into more really good play, or do you think that Pirates are going to be unable to get their first win of the season on Tuesday night?
No, I think it's definitely going to be a momentum shifter. They started off the game a little slow. They were passing the ball great. They were rebounding, but the shots just were not being hit. And as the game went on, more shots were being hit. They were passing more. They just looked like a really good, fluid offense. As you can see, the score is 107-50. I don't think it's going to be, a win by 57, but I definitely think it's going to be a 30-40 point win for the Seton Hall Pirates to start off their season.
I hope you're correct, Michael. I really do think this is going to be a big year for the Pirates, and what better way to start it off than with a convincing victory here in Walsh Gymnasium right behind us. I do think that the Pirates will also be able to get a victory. I think that with the big three that you just mentioned, Michael, that they're able to go toe-to-toe with pretty much any team in the country. I mean, they scored 52 points by themselves, and as you pointed out, more points than what Seton Hall allowed today, 50 all day long. So when they get on fire from beyond the arc, you could just say goodnight. It's just all over for any team in the country, apart from maybe UConn. But we do play UConn pretty well. We'll cross that bridge when we get there with the UConn game. But Mount St. Mary's, I think we could chalk it up as a W in pencil right now, not in pen, just because basketball's not played on paper. But we're going to say that Seton Hall does have a very good opportunity to start the season 1-0 on Tuesday night. But anyway, that will wrap up our post-game show here at Pirate TV. Alongside Michael Federico, I am Jimmy Bliss. Please stay tuned to Pirate TV all season long, as we will keep you updated on all things men's and women's basketball all year long.